Hello everyone, it's me, Mix2the and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So sit back and enjoy. Okay, second try here. Well, not perfect, but you have some guts. Unfortunately, you never can beat me. Your record is a thing of the past. Your time was 1 minute 50, wasn't it? That was close, but I beat you by 1 second. The best time to go from here to the bridge in the Lost Woods was 1:49. That's my record. You changed my record? Sure. Excellent, then you go first. I'll give you a head start. Now, go ahead. Okay, he gives us a head start again. That will surely spell his demise, right? Surely will be the case. I forgot to summon Epona. Let's just do it normally again. Let's just do it normally again then. Maybe if I take a better route, not the long way around, that should probably work, right? Maybe also start backwalking here already. Also cuts away some seconds, I presume. If we move like over here now, once again backwalking, jump over the fence. Once we reach it. A little bit too soon, shouldn't matter. Now we can go up here, we can still backwalk a little bit. Dude, not the fencing. But we should be in a good position right now, I think. Dude, stupid fence. Who placed the fences here? Ah! Oh, 1 minute already. But look at the map, we are going straight towards Kokiri Forest. We also made it through the gap, perfect. And we ain't cheating. That's the best part about it. Just pure skill and pure movement. I think I'm not gonna slow down here. Maybe at some point. Camera, thank you. I should roll. Look at this, below 140, look at this. Ha, what do you say now? Oh. Guy is still here. Whew. You did quite well. But you couldn't beat me, your time was 1:38, but I just beat you by 1 second. You'll have to challenge me again sometime. Goodbye then. And off he goes again. But yeah, guys, of course, all of this is a joke. You can never beat this guy. Like, this guy is, of course, source of multiple mysteries. Once again, the guy will never let you win. He always claims that he is 1 second faster. Even if you freeze the timer and teleport here and reach this point in 0 seconds, he still claims, I was 1 second faster than you. One of the gossip stone actually does reveal that, like, he has a twin brother, and like basically they cheat by, like, one brother like takes the challenge, the other brother like waits here for the challenger to come, and that way they like trick their prey, so to speak, and that's why you can never win this. This is just interesting for one record you can see in Link's house. Speaking of records, I need to go back to Gerudo Fortress one more time. I still want to get best score at the bow shooting minigame, and I also want to get like that on Hidden Grotto. I was too far away. That is too awkward. That will not work, especially not like this. Dude. I just said I would be good at those super slides. Also, at this point, I'm fairly certain we are in the next episode, so hello. I always did that at the beginning, but hey. I might be too close, I think that's my problem. Now I'm wasting all my bombs. Too far away. And ground jump. Okay, how about now? How about now? How about now? the sun is setting once again. Like another day in Hyrule comes to an end. One thing I also never really talked about is that Hyrule Field actually has dynamic music, in case that wasn't apparent yet. But yeah, the music changes depending on what happens. Like if you just normally walk around, the music does play like its normal variation. If enemies approach, of course, the entire theme becomes more like dreadful, like more intense. And there's also a third variant if Link is just standing around. It's the one that adds the harp, or at least what I like to call the harp. I think that's not quite the harp, isn't it? No, not quite the harp, it's like a different thing, but I could play a more serene version of that theme. If Link is just standing there. That's also something commendable, because that was not like the norm back in the day, like that video games had the dynamic music. But this game had. One more point for Ocarina of Time. Okay, yeah, the Rhino guy is like a scam, so don't bother with him. Unless you want to set a record, of course. Okay, let's see if I can pull off this bow shooting minigame. Shouldn't be too hard, I only need 20 arrows, but at the same time... yeah, I need to make it daytime. I also need to summon Epona, but knowing my horse, she will spawn like somewhere where I don't need her. She's up there, I can tell you, she's up there. Ah? Yeah, she's up there. Yeah, Epona is weird in Gerudo's Fortress, if you try to summon her. Yeah, look at this. Epona, please. Okay, let's see. I hope I don't waste too much money here. I still need money for other business, but okay. Also, Navi wants to say something. Like she doesn't have any right to talk right now. 1,500 points is our goal, but we want to get the maximum score here. Let's see if it works. Just be careful and first of all shoot those pots here, of course. Nice, okay. Don't shoot those targets, those only reward 60 at max. I already did tell you so, but just as a reminder. Ah, damn it. Yeah, and I have 2 arrows left. That's something that is not allowed to happen. This is probably the part where I cut. Let's see if I can get a reward here. Quite impressive. I should get money, right? No, I can just try again. Okay. Holy fucking shit. Guys, would you believe me that I just spent 3 hours trying to get the perfect score in this super stupid horseback archery minigame? If you don't, then better do, because I just did that. Oh god. Perfecting this minigame is a nightmare. Holy moly. I knew it was hard, but I did not expect it to be that hard. But yeah, there we go, 2,000 points. Quite impressive, she says, like, as if it was just any other score. Want to try again? And no. Oh, guys, I'm happy that I'm done with this. I had to spread this out across 2 days. So yeah, I just did basically my second day of attempts here. The hitboxes on those targets are so weird, if you ask me. One thing you could see is that, like those targets here, the target I'm pointing at, the 2 targets that are on each end of the course, it can actually reward 100 points, something I wasn't aware of. Mostly because the aforementioned weird hitbox, if you ask me. Like, there's something very weird. Like, for those, you don't need to hit the bullseye, but more so like the triple 20 as if it starts. And the other targets are not much better. The pots are okay, the pots are easy. But the other targets are also not all that easy, if you ask me. Like, if you look at that, like, I think it's mostly because the targets here are not like orthogonal to the ground, but slightly tilted. I think that's a huge impact. That makes a huge impact on like why the hitbox feels a little bit off. Like, it's not like 100% bullseye. It's kind of more or less like a little bit further down, if you ask me. But yeah, I did this now. I got a perfect score for this. Thank you. Please let me be done here. In the meantime, I also, of course, did run out of money by doing all of those attempts. And I had to farm money. If you want to try this, I would suggest, instead of farming money, I would suggest that you go to GTG, pay the fee to enter GTG with maximum, while you have maximum money. Then save, create like a save file for that, and then you can just reset the game and load from GTG again to try again with full money. What I first did before I had that idea, I went to Thief's Hideout. That also gives me a nice opportunity to show you something, because I didn't show you the soup. And yeah, over here in the kitchen room of the fortress, we have this cooking pot here. If we backflip here, we get 20 rupees. We can also land inside the soup here, or whatever that's supposed to be. Look at this. I think at some point you will take damage, yeah, because it's hot here actually, but Goron Tunic does prevent that a little bit. I remember back as a kid when I actually did discover that you could get in here, I had the problem that I never could get back out. I distinctly remember to play a Bolero of Fire to get out of here, so that's a nice little anecdote I have here. Because getting in there is easy, you can just extend there on a side or so. Or did I actually side? Yeah, here, you can just hop in there, but you can never, like, normally get out. And back in the day, I didn't have the idea to just backflip out of here. So I got stuck there, which scared me a little bit of the soup here, I don't know. But we also have a Navi reaction here, Song of Storms, I guess. Is that one of those big fairies? Better hope so. No, actually not. Sun Song, maybe? What does Navi want from me here? Yeah, Sun Song, actually, aha. Cool, okay. But yeah, we are done here now. Okay, next step is, I think something equally annoying. That was basically the first big nightmare minigame I need to do here, or I want to do here. And the other one is the Hyrule Loach, which means we need to go back to Lake Hylia. Of course, the easiest way would be to warp, but I want to show you something in Gerudo Valley. Also, one thing I should mention, I think there are some shenanigans you can do here. Like, if you destroy those 2 boxes, and if you, like, position Epona there. Like, I remember something, there was something weird you can do here. Like, if you, like, position Epona like this now, I think a little bit more like this, I think that should be okay. Epona stop, okay. We now move in again and move out again. The boxes will respawn, and Epona is, like, standing inside the boxes, yeah. I think that is, like, some sort of glitch or so you can perform here. I'm not sure if you need to climb for that or not. Maybe it also has something to do with, like, some positioning, but now we are here. We are stuck now. Down. Okay, there's something weird you can do here. Maybe you need to roll against this? No. I remember something weird you can do here, but I cannot recall what it was. Navi! The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. It could be... who could it be? Yeah, that person has to wait a little bit longer, because after my, like, 10 years here I spent at the archery range, perfecting my archery skills, that person might have already deceased or so, who knows. So let's make that person wait even longer by doing another tedious side quest. Once again, completely optional, and getting 2000 points is also like nothing, it's just for my ego. My ego is satisfied now. At least one thing. Over here. There's like one of those rocks we can lift now with the silver gauntlets if we jump over here. And this will lead us to a special grotto. Whoosh. At some point we can hear the impact. Yeah, there it was. You could see that, nice. But yeah, there's a hidden grotto here. And this grotto is unique. There's not any other grotto that looks like this. Here, once again, by the way, here a mirror shield cannot reflect that, but yeah, we have money here. Diving here is super annoying. Let's use iron boots. Current position is nothing. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Is that always the case when I'm in a cave? Oh, that's something I need to try. There's one more cave I can show you at Lake Hylia. I haven't showed off. Yeah, our location is unknown. Link is no longer in Hyrule. But here, money, nice. Did I get anything? Everything? Yeah, okay. There are also beehives here. No, that was Majora's Mask, I guess. Okay. Bomb, 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 bomb. Okay, and the rocket did appear again. Okay, let me quickly take a look. If I can arrange it, I would also like to... I would also like to reach the bean. Oh, this can be a little bit weird. Let me show you something. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I think... if I position myself like this... I need the hammer. I need the hammer. One thing you can do is you can get like weird and long recoils with the hammer while you equip like hover boots. Although I think I need to de-equip the hover boots first, and then I need to equip them like midway through the recoil. Okay, I did not get any recoil, that's bad. Why do I not get recoil here? Oh. I get recoil there, okay. Or maybe because I'm too close to the edge, could that be? Oh, that's not good. Okay, there, okay, I need to position myself correctly here. Did I even get recoil here? Yeah, kind of. Pause buffering here at work right now. That's not gonna work. It was too far. Once again, like this. This will not be enough. Maybe? No, okay. Okay, but yeah, I don't think I need to show you the beam there. It's fairly unspectacular. It like flies around the fissure here, like the valley. It shows you the location where that one piece of heart behind the waterfall is. And that's basically it. Yeah, okay, we arrived at Lake Hy... That was weird because I had hover on with the hover boots, I think. That's why Link reacted like that. Cool. First of all, let me show you a hidden grotto here. I have never shown you. There's this weird tomb here, for whatever reason. Like someone wanted to get buried here. Cannot even read. That's normally where the owl is, as during childhood. Okay, there's a hole here. Let's exhume the dead person here. And it's another one of those 3 deco scrub, business scrub grottos. Which means this guy... I have hammer. Which means this guy sells us... this guy sells us bombs, I think. Yeah, okay, let's get some, sure. This guy sells us arrows. Nope. And this guy sells us deco nuts. Nope. Thank you, but no. Okay. So far, so good. Of course, our destination would be the fishing pond. Let me do a quick save in the water temple. The switch, by the way, is still here. Yes, the switch we did like activate. Yeah, I want to go down here first, and I want to make a save here. There are some very special conditions when it comes to the Hyrule Loach, and there are also even more secrets in the fishing pond I want to show you. So let's make a save here, because I'm actually not 100% sure how all those mechanics will work. So let me try this out. Our first our first goal would be to get the sinking lure, the special lure you can get from the fishing pond. I'm actually not drowning, interestingly. Why am I not drowning? Ah, there we go. Link just realized, oh, I'm not amphibious. I actually need to breathe air. Okay. Okay, fishing pond. First of all, let's do this. Get a fishing rod. Okay. Okay, now I need to look some stuff up. I have a map here. The sinking lure. Like I said, it's a special lure you can get here, a special lure. And that thing can spawn in various locations here. You basically need to step on the spot, like one of those 4 spots. It's actually 4 spots where the sinking lure can be. And once you go there, if it's one of the 4 spots, like it's always random which spot it is, you can get the sinking lure. It is important that you get the, not the golden state, but you need to apparently specifically get like a fish that weighs more than 13 pounds in the future and 10 pounds in the past. Like those are the metrics. We got 20 pounds, which is good. So the lure should be somewhere around here. It is advised to... There's like one spot in the... Actually 2 spots here in the pond where the lure can be, but it is advised to check the spots outside the lure, outside the pond first, because otherwise you scare the fish. Let's see if we just move around here, like in the bushes here, we might be able to find it. Also here maybe. Oh, there we go. Whoa! Is this what I think it is? Astonishing! You snagged a sinking lure. Nice. What do you want to do with it? Use it now. Okay, we can use this now. You can actually see it's actually attached on our fishing rod now. And we can fish with that now, obviously. The sinking lure is generally better than the normal lure. However, because you do not get the sinking lure like normally, if you catch a fish with this, the fish will be deemed illegal and it does not count towards your record. There are some ways to circumvent that though. But first of all, let's catch a fish. Another thing with the fishes here, the biggest fish in the pond always spawns in the middle. That's always what I did, like where the locks are. You can see there are the locks here. And that fish is actually always slightly bigger than the biggest fish that currently holds the record. So, because the biggest one we've ever caught is 20 pounds, this one is something around 22-ish or so. And that's always the case. I'm not sure how far you can do that if at some point you get like 1,000 pounds fishes or so. That would be hilarious, but okay. At some point you actually catch Jabu Jabu or so. No, but they tend to get bigger and bigger. But yeah, one sinking location, of course, is if you check the bushes here at the edge of the pond and like where the source of the river of the pond is itself, like over here. I will show you the other ones after I catch a fish here. Let me catch a fish first, because like I said, if you go into the water, you scare the fishes. Let's see what we can do here. I'm actually not sure like if this lure does something special. It does actually go down. Yeah, the fishes are actually kind of interested in that. Wait a second, is that... That's actually the Loach, isn't it? Oh, do you see that to the left there? I think that's the Hyrule Loach, is it not? That is interesting. That is indeed very interesting. Okay, not sure how that like actually counts or so, but okay. That's not 20 pounds, 8 pounds, yeah, nope. Or yes, it doesn't matter. I will not talk about the Loach just yet, later. I will talk about it later. Yeah, this is the big one, that's the one we are interested in. Oh, look at this, he really wants that. Like, the fishes are much more eager to grab, like this lure than any other. You can see there are also some fishes there, like that fish is like scared now. Otherwise, yeah, fishing is just normal, hold, like wait until the fish bites, and if like the fish hooks onto the lure, just hold A and press D-pad, not D-pad, control stick down. And then you just hope that the fish cooperates. If it doesn't, that's annoying, but if it does, then that's nice. Okay, right now, we are not like really, like this fish does not really want. That's the Hyrule Loach, is it not? I'm fairly certain it is. I think the like entire mechanics here when it comes like to this fishing are also a little bit more sophisticated than I make them out to be. Like I said, it's ultimately random, that's one thing I'm sure of. But I think there's also like some kind of... Nah, that's actually... I think that's not true. There's not some kind of fatigue system here. I think that was a different game. But like there are also some myths here. You can like hold into like the direction the fish is pointing to get some better results here. But it does feel as if the fishes do get like fatigued at some point. Come on. Come on, you fish. You son of a fish. Look how big he is. Almost have him, almost have him. Yeah. Now you're not gonna escape. You're not gonna escape. Look at this. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this fish is gigantic. A fish this big can't even fit on the screen, and I can't weigh it accurately, but it looks like it's about 20, also 20 pounds, okay. Oh, okay. Sure, that wasn't a new record. I'm not sure if that's a problem or not. Let's see. Let's see if that's a problem or not. He will say something because you have the lure. What do you want? Weigh my fish. Well, it weighs 20 pounds. Not bad, but there are bigger fish in there. Okay, he doesn't mention... that's not good. Let's try to get the Loach then. Let's just try to get the Loach. I will talk about the Loach in depth more once I'm done with it. Once I get a fish that's bigger, actually. The thing is, of course, the Loach will not really count because I catch it with the sinking lure, and that's also like source of some rumors. Like people, is that the Loach? Oh, it could actually be that it reverts to its normal location, maybe. But it could be that, or like there are rumors that you can only catch the Loach with the sinking lure. That's actually a lie. You can catch it both with the sinking lure and the normal lure. With the normal lure, of course, it's significantly harder. I'm not sure. Is that the Loach now? I cannot see anything here. That's just a normal fish, is it not? Yeah, that's a normal fish. Might still be in the middle of the pond, the Loach. Can we get a glimpse? I don't see it there. That could actually mean that it's back at its starting location. Okay, can I already probably talk a little bit about like the general mechanics for the Loach? No, no, don't want to keep it. But yeah, the Loach, if it spawns, there are like some more in-depth spawning mechanisms when it comes to the Loach. But the Loach, and like the initial location it always spawns is here near the lily pads, to the west side of the pond here. Once you enter. If you step into the water while the Loach is there, you scare the Loach and it will flee towards the bottom of the middle of the pond. And basically when it's in that location, you're kind of screwed, because then the Loach is kind of unreachable. Unless you use sinking lure, I think. But if you want to do it legitimately, you need to be careful when you like move around here. I think what Navi is targeting right here is actually the Loach. There's also some like more in-depth mechanics when it comes to the Loach. Like once it flees to the middle of the pond, it like initiates like a weird cycle that takes like 50 minutes or so. And like every once in a while it will like jump out of the pond, and once it does it 8 times, it like reverts back to its starting location. There's like some like characteristic sound you can listen for. Let's not bother with that for now. Let's see. Oh, the other fishes want to get in on the fun, want to join the fun. Okay, I cannot see the Loach. Also, another thing I never really explained, but when you press or when you hold the R button, and while you press A to reel in the line, and you reel in faster. Let's see if the Loach is still here. That's a very bad way to throw this. Could also be that the Loach is completely vanished now. But those are normal fishes. Do not care about those. There is supposedly something in the middle, like those lily pads. Nope. That's a normal fish, yeah. Could actually very well be that it vanished by now. Now I see it. Did I, or was it one of those small ones? Now we all have them here in the middle of the pond, which is also not ideal. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's still in the middle. Could actually be that I need to get all the other fishes now, because those will get attracted first. Actually, I can just like not press anything. I think that might also work. Maybe. Let go, please. I'm not interested in you. Come on, let's just... Yeah, nice, okay. Okay. Like, this is all stuff I have never done before, because I don't really care about the fishing minigame in this game. Now you don't, now you don't, now you don't, now you don't. Okay, the Loach could also be that it is in a passive state right now and does not care about my lure at all. Yeah, I think that's it. Once you're scared, it will no longer react to your lure. That could also be it. Okay, and then I guess we... Does that scare it? I think it does. Okay. Then let me quickly show you where the other locations is where you can get the sinking lure. I think it's one is on top of the tree stump here. You can get one on top of the tree stump here. And the other one is also near the water source here. It's like somewhere over here. Like you can also find it over here somewhere. And yeah, like either like move around the edges of the pond first, like around here, so like that, until you reach like this point here. If you haven't found it, try over here. If it's still not it, it's on the lock there. So that's what you need to consider here. Okay. We have two issues now. I didn't get a fish that's bigger than 20 pounds. Could actually be that it is the maximum. So I didn't get the comment that I cheated. Let's talk about something. What? Do you want to fish with a different lure? Hey, what's that? Okay, he has a reaction to that at least. What? You just picked it up? Usually the rule says you can't use one of those. I mean, usually, but what the heck? Yeah, okay, that's the trick you can do here. Like if you catch something with the sinking lure, you can still make it an acceptable catch by talking to him and like choosing the option talk about something. Let's talk about something. Then he like lets it pass anyway. They my fish 20 pounds is yeah. But yeah, otherwise if you do this, he would say, nah, it doesn't count. Get a normal lure. And I think he also confiscates that. Did we just hear a weird sound? Was that a weird sound? Or was it like here in my room? I'm not sure. I think I thought I heard something weird. Okay. Cool. I guess for now we quit. And let's leave the pond. And let's enter again. Let's get a fishing rod again. I think one thing we should notice now, if we pay close attention, one thing we should notice now is that the Hyrule Loach is no longer there. Because the Hyrule Loach has some very complicated spawning mechanisms. Because like it will usually start here, like I said, usually it starts here. And yeah, it only starts here, it only spawns here after you enter the fishing pond and pay for a fishing rod for the fourth time. So every fourth time, you basically enter the fishing pond and pay money here, and the Hyrule Loach will appear. I have no clue. I did leave the pond at some point, didn't I? Anyways, I have no clue why it worked for me, why the Hyrule Loach was like there during like my last visit, like just a few moments ago. But I think like during the playthrough I did leave the fishing pond once because one of the fishes decided to let go, didn't I? So that was actually the fourth time then. That could also be good, because I think if I reset now, the Hyrule Loach should be here again. Okay. And there are also some like weird shenanigans, like as you could see, like that persists like through both like childhood fishing and adulthood fishing then. So like it counts like 4 times like overall, not just like for adult and child separately. And it also persists through saves, so otherwise I would have like paid here a couple more times. Another quirk is the Hyrule Loach is also different compared like between child and adult Link. Adult Link only gets one Hyrule Loach that spawns here where the lily pads are. And child Link actually gets 2 Hyrule Loaches that spawn. Like I think another one also spawns here and the other one somewhere where like the locks are or so. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, child Link actually gets 2 Hyrule Loaches. Of course, the thing is, like it's like usual the thing, the fishes and loaches as such are smaller for child Link and bigger for adult Link. So if you catch the Hyrule Loach here as adult Link, you basically get the like ultimate fish, so to speak. And that's also why I will not do that at child again, because that's pointless. Oh yeah, another thing I can mention. There's also a weird, unique state the fishing pond can be in. Don't interrupt me, Navi. But like, there's a weird in-between state the fishing pond can be in, that moment is always close before the sun sets or rises. And that's and what happens then is something called a fish frenzy. Basically what... Did you see that? That was a fish. But yeah, basically what happens, like all the bigger fishes start to chase smaller fishes and want to eat them. And like during that time window, you have like increased odds of like a fish actually biting onto your hook. But that timing is actually pretty precise, and it also ends after a while. So yeah, very hard to get. Okay, because we did all of that now. First of all, let's see if I can get the sinking lure again. Maybe I can get like a bigger fish now. I want to test that. Or maybe 20 is the maximum. 20 pounds is the maximum for this. Once again, we move around here. Maybe we find it here. Nope. Then let's take a look over here. Maybe it's here. Then I guess it's on the tree stump. Let's move around here again. Maybe I missed it. Must be at this tree stump though. It's not quite a tree stump, but kind of. We go over here again. Yeah, here. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Astonishing. Yeah, use it now. I probably scared all the fishes again. Look at what I did. Okay, let's hope the one in the middle is still fine though. Not sure which one I'm locking onto here right now. Definitely not the right one here. I think I might have scared it, which is not good. Let's try over here. This one, not the small one. Let go. The problem is that also scares away the bigger one. Doesn't look much bigger than 20 pounds if you ask me. Also, one thing, you can see time passes here in the fishing pond, so maybe that way you can also trigger like those fish frenzy events I was mentioning. Now, dude, you. Now you're the wrong one. Let go, come on. Yeah, we get it. The other fish won't bite now. Or maybe it does. Come closer. Come closer. No, I think it won't. Let's reel in again. I know this might look a little bit tedious, because it actually is, but... oh, come on, let's get this one out of the way. But that's also something like no one really does. Like, there are only like so many videos on the Hyrule Loach. But then again, I never looked up videos on the Hyrule Loach, but I would assume that like the average player does not bother to get the Hyrule Loach. Cool, this fish absolutely sucks. No. Okay, this one. You want to get it, right? Come on, come on. Come on, bite. Nice, look at this. This is how you fish like a pro. Just, that was good. That's something you can actually, like, utilize if you are really skillful with luring the fish in. If you're close enough to yourself, you can actually make it so that the fish instantly is caught. Nice. Yeah, that's only 19 pounds. I get the feeling that 20 pounds is the maximum. Huh. Well then, if that's the case, I'm fine with it. Okay, what I just did, I did reload the game. Sudden cut, I know, but I did reload the game. Because what should happen now is that we have the Hyrule Loach here again. Let's see, 20 rupees, sure. Yes, okay, yeah, let's fish, okay. Like I said, it always starts at the lily pads if it is here now. Let's just hope so. I also did read up some stuff again. Apparently the sinking lure is actually able to catch the Hyrule Loach everywhere. Like, it can be caught everywhere. That's only possible as adult, though, for whatever reason. So, keep that in mind. Don't see anything of particular interest here. Let's see, we have a normal fish here, a fish we don't care about. I really don't want to get this one now. And I see the Loach here. Is it on the bottom again? Oh, is it on the bottom of the pond again? Why is it on the bottom of the pond again? I think I saw it. Maybe that actually also counts as like still where the lily pads are, maybe? Like if I cast my rod here now. With the big one I do not care. Like, there it is! At the bottom here again. What do you want? What the heck? The music started over because it wanted to play the enemy theme. Nice. Okay, if it is there, then let me try to get the sinking lure again and let me show off how it is to catch the Loach with the sinking lure, I guess. Because that is apparently possible. I wasn't over here. Nope. And it's on the tree stump, I guess. I think that's also... Oh, Navi. I think that's also the part where... Nah, not. I think that might also be the part where the patience component of fishing comes in. Because... I might actually have to wait here until the Loach decides to return to the lily pads. Where's the lure? Hello? Oh boy, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, near the rocks then. Okay. Use it now. Okay, let's see if I can get the Loach now. It is supposedly pretty simple to do so with this. You're not the one I'm interested in. It's over there, I can see it. Okay, let's get this small fish here first. If you get one of those fish frenzies, that's also always a very good time to catch the Loach, apparently. That's basically the optimal timing. Let me fish some fishes here and let's see if I can get the Loach like that. Because every fish takes so long, that's also something I might want to cut, so don't worry about like all the cuts here. Like these 2 episodes I'm currently recording kind of a mess anyways, so let's just see what happens. Also just a big fish. The Loach is over there now. Or you can also change the perspective, by the way, by pressing L. Also something you can do. Ah, there we go. I just caught at the moment where the Hydian Loach actually goes back to the surface to breathe. That's interesting. That was nice to see. You could also hear like the sound I was mentioning. Very distinct sound there, but the Loach doesn't really want to bite here, so let me try even further. Okay guys, I think I can share some more information on the Hydian Loach. I did read some stuff again. And apparently, the state I'm currently in, what I did when I entered the fishing pond, while I was running around to find the sinking lure, what I did scare the Hydian Loach. And what happens once you scare the Hydian Loach is that it like retreats to the middle of the pond. Once that happens, once it is in the middle of the pond, it will no longer care about any lure. And what happens then is that you have to wait. You will have to wait for approximately 15 minutes, what I read. And in the meantime, you will hear the Hydian Loach like breathing, like it retreats to the surface of the pond and it will breathe. And that's something that's the thing that I showed you. And once it does so for the 7th time, we could just see that the Loach returns to the lily pads. You could just see that the Loach moved from the middle back to the lily pads. And only now can the Loach be caught. So I need to be careful now not to like scare it again. And what happens then is that the Loach should start to bite. You can also see some ripples here, maybe. You can see some ripples to the left. That's the Hyrule Loach. That's also a good indication always. I think the Hyrule Loach also has a very big like radius. Like it does like react to the lure from far away. Let's try to cast again. If I understood everything correctly, we should be in a pretty good position right now. Can I see it somewhere? We can see the ripples again. But I think those are just normal fishes. Damn it. That's not the Loach. No, no, no. Maybe I need to throw further into the lily pads. Let's see. Just normal fish. Don't care about that one. Like something did bite. That's why the music did reset. Oh, we triggered the fish frenzy, guys. Fish frenzy is on a raid right now. Oh, that might be a good opportunity now. Loach, where are you? Maybe over here? No, that's also not good. I think the fish frenzy is already over. It's just a brief moment. Is that the Loach? No, you're not the Loach. Could you please let go? I will not want to disturb. I do not want to disturb my main target here. Ah. I found it. I have it. I have it, guys. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Still gets the same music. We have the sinking lure right now. Okay. But you can see that's it. Like it's like an eel-like thing, okay? It's already on the land. Nice, nice, nice. Come on. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. I said come to Papa. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We have you. We have you. Oh. Come on, don't try to make that harder than it needs to be. Okay, there we go. Easy, gosh, that's a strange fish you caught there. On top of that, it weighs 29 pounds. What do you want to do with it? Keep it, of course. I don't want it. Cool. Okay, and with that, you catch the Hyrule Loach. Like I said, you want to be careful not to scare it once you enter the pond. I think that's mainly, like I said, because I was searching for the sinking lure. But when you know that the Hyrule Loach does spawn, that's basically the main issue. You need to like figure out at what point in the cycle you are, which is best done or like best kept track of when you count the amounts you already entered the fishing pond beforehand for getting like the piece of heart as child and the golden scale as adult. Once you pin down when the Hyrule Loach does appear, you can just head straight for the lily pad, stand like here so that you don't scare it, and then cast the line and then just hope that the Hyrule Loach bites. If it doesn't work, if you scare it, there's always the opportunity, as you could see, that's what I did basically, that you just wait for 15 minutes, which is annoying, but at least it gives you a better opportunity then, because you could have like you place yourself in a better position or so. But yeah, okay, let's see what the fishing pond guy says. What do you want? I weigh my fish, please. Well, well. Wow, what a rare fish. This is the Hyrule Loach. Okay, Hyrule Loach, actually. But this fish size doesn't matter. I'll give you this price. We get a price, no matter how we could catch it, we get a purple rupee, 50 rupees. Nice. Recently, the number of these fish has decreased tremendously, so I'm going to release this one. Yeah, that's why he does not put it into the tanker here. Cool, and that also did count. Like I said, I did reload the save, so... like, he wasn't like... I didn't, like, ask him about the sinking lure. He just accepted it. He was so at awe of the Hyrule Loach that he just accepted it, okay? But yeah, that's how you get the Hyrule Loach. Sinking lure is recommended, like I said. You can also do it with the normal lure. I will not do that. I will also not, like, fish the other Hyrule Loach with, like, that appears only during childhood, so... Yeah, that's it for that. Nice. I want to quit. Cool. Nice. One thing I have never done. The reward is a meager 50 rupees, but better than nothing, right? Okay, what now? There's still one more thing to do right now. We did get the most annoying stuff out of the way. Yeah, one thing we need to do is we need to complete the trading sequence. That's still open, so let's just do that. Theoretically, I'm in a good position, but actually I'm not. Enemy music? Is it because of that guy? Okay. We need to go to Zoros River. I think the easiest way is to use Nocturne here. Yeah, I think I understand how the Hyrule Loach works. I could replicate that. It's the confirmation that I kind of know what to do there. It doesn't serve any purpose, but still nice to know. Like, it's one of those things, like, it's a, like, Ocarina of Time, of course, being a very popular, important game. And also one of the games I have played ever since I can think, basically. So it's actually nice to finally have done that. Like, one more thing out of the way, like, at this, like, by this point you would assume that I already did everything in the game. At least I would. So, nice that I can finally kind of claim that. There are, of course, like, other secrets I could show you still. But in terms of actual, like, stuff to do, I think I should have everything now. We need to pay a visit, and we need to go back to Link's house at some point. Because then I can read the records. I think I have an idea how I want to handle that. I have an idea. But yeah, for now, focus on the trading sequence. One thing I could already do is summon a Pona. We will need a Pona for that. So having a Pona ready does save some time. There she is. Good girl. But yeah, we got at some point the prescription from Biggoron in exchange for the broken Goron sword. Did he just spin without... Okay, interesting. But yeah, we did get the prescription from Biggoron. And it's about time that we like do something for his eyes. Like, guy should be blind by now, but like, I cannot do anything if he like asks me of that. I have to save the world. Says to the guy who starts fishing in the meantime, and like trying to perfect his archery skills. Oh, there's another thing I can show. Yeah. You remember as a child? Oh yeah, that's the thing. You remember as a child we were able to cheat ourselves behind the waterfall here by using a cocoa and flying behind the waterfall here. You remember that? There's something similar you can do as an adult, but you need hover boots for that. What you want to do, you want to position yourself like that, you want to like climb out of the water like that, and once you are in this location, let's see if that's right, but yeah, once you are in this location, you want to aim and you want to hold forward. You want to start moving slightly, and then you want to roll, and during this, I think it's the second roll, you want to go into the menu and equip your hover boots, and then you want to like go behind the waterfall. You go behind the waterfall, And then you want, at the very end of the hover boots, you want to hold in the direction where the entrance is. That's also like easier said than done, but let's see if I can do it. Now you want to equip it now, I think. Let's use muscle memory here. Keep the Z button pressed for this. Yeah, and I did not... Okay, it looks like that, but that's also how it looks if you don't get the like last turn towards the entrance. But yeah, what you want to do, you want to stand there, you want to move a little bit forward so that your roll actually has maximum velocity. And during that roll, you want to equip the hover boots. You still want to hold forward after you go out of the menu. And you want to do another roll and then basically face the entrance. You don't want to you don't want to point towards the entrance too soonish, because otherwise you like bonk against the wall or so. Let's see if I can do that again. Okay. Nah. I think I sidewalked against the wall a little bit. Once again, another thing I might want to cut here, but I think it's worthwhile to show off. Once again, one of those glorious randomizer tricks. There we go. Pretty simple, wasn't it? The trick is, I did like explain it not correctly. But yeah, after you leave the menu, you should let go of Z, because if you keep Z, Link will only sidewalk and never like face the edge where he can hold onto. So instead of like keeping Z pressed after the menu, let go of it. But hold forward, and then once you're at the end of the hover, tilt, like press towards the ledge where you can hold onto. That's the entire trick. Yeah, welcome back to Zora's Domain, still frozen, even though we defeated Morpha. So, what does that mean? Did we not accomplish anything? Who knows? Yeah, before we do stuff with King Zora, one more thing. And that thing is... over here. Probably the most well-hidden of Skulltulas over here. First of all, nighttime. If you don't have it nighttime, this will be a little bit redundant. Yeah, there's a well-hidden Skulltula here. We can only reach that one with our silver gauntlets. And it actually also gets a secret area, a whole secret dedicated area for it. So, tells you a little bit how special they thought that one Skulltula would be. Yeah, it's in front of the fairy fountain. There's like this mysterious rock there. What do you want? You didn't want anything, but I killed him anyways. But yeah, we can lift this rock now. Like that. Either you can also, I think, turn around here. No, we can't. We can just throw. Okay. And it will reveal a mysterious soul. Ooh. Let's get in here and we find ourselves in a secret area. Like, that's where in Doom it would say, you discovered a secret area. You know? And we have some invisible enemies here. Like, invisible enemies are also very interesting. Like, it tells you a little bit about Navi's, like, abilities. Like, we did already establish in the Shadow Temple that she can, like, hear the voices of the dead or so, or of the spirits. But one thing I never, like, addressed is that she can apparently see the invisible enemies, because she just flies towards them and targets them. So, yeah, that's something that we can do. Yeah, all the way up here, only during nighttime and as adult, is Skulltula. And that's number 99. Only one left, and that one is practically on the way once we head towards Ganondorf's castle. I should have just played, wait a second, I should have just made the daytime again. I think that's the easiest way. Yeah, and with that we can now move over to the trade sequence again. Because it continues here. We get a very exotic trade item now. Because we get this. No, this is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. And we do have the ingredients. If we take the ingredients to the doctor at the lake laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Yes. And we get this. You received, you used the prescription and received an eyeball frog. Okay, be quick and deliver it to Lake Hylia while it's cold. Yeah, the timer already starts even though we are still in like the cold area. Yeah, all the way to Lake Hylia, it's quite the trip. But of course, what we can do, we can just warp, right? If it just would be that easy, right? But yeah, what happens if we warp is the following. If you had a 3-minute timer, and once we warp, the game prevents us from cheating and sets the timer to 1 second. Oh no, time's up. The thing is, we're spoiled. Oh, yeah, and then we need to start over here. The thing is, this like there are like 2 traits now still, the eyeball frog and then the thing we get after that, the actual eye drops. And then technically another one, but let's just count those 2. Those 2 remaining ones actually build a chain. And the next trade item will also be on the timer. And I'm fairly certain if we fail either of them, we always start over here. We need to get the ingredients again, basically, and then we need to deliver the ingredients again, and then we need to deliver the eye drops. And if we fail once, we start all over here. So that's basically the tricky part about all of that. That's why I wanted to show off the thing now. So yeah, let's do it legitimately now. Oh, this is, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. You don't have them, you only have the ingredients. Don't lie. Okay, let's make it to the laboratory. At Lake Hylia. That's why I prepared Epona. Deliver to Lake Hylia, but it's cool, cold. Cool also works, okay. Yeah, because we need to be fast here, we jump down here. Yeah, the timer should be more than enough. We shouldn't run out of time here. We could also use some like weird shortcuts now, but I don't think they are actually shortcuts. We just want to move normally. We can also just like move down here. I think that's also faster, but if you do it like me, then it's not faster. You cannot even swim, Link, you're too big. Once again, a good metric for how big or like how small a child Link is. Either adult Link is pretty big or a child Link is pretty small. I think a child Link is pretty small. Like if anything. Yeah, already 1 minute gone, but we only need to move across Hyrule Field now. Epona is gone, is she not? Oh, Epona. Maybe because I avoided there. Okay, still let's get Epona. Let's get Epona. Where are you? Why does the camera look over there when you come from that direction? I think the idea is also that you get Epona for this entire trade sequence. I think that's another like intended use for Epona. But it's not necessary, I would say. It's not necessary. Especially this one should be fairly possible with just walking. The second one I'm not sure too much, because we need to consider that we need to make it all the way up to Death Mountain. So let's just see if that works. I should not have used all my carrots, but we will get new ones. Come on. Too late. That's what I always was warning you about. Don't expend all your carrots. Because you want to do this, of course. There we go. And we're almost there with a minute to spare almost. can already use the time here to place opponent in a more comfortable position for us for the next sequence. So we place her like that and get off and deliver the eyeball frog. Give it to him. Come on, Link. There we go. Oh, wow. I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Hoi 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 hoi. The laugh. Also, who eats eyeballs? Holy moly. Such great stuff. Please say thanks to King Dora. What? These are for making Biggoron's eye drops. I like how he stops moving. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. No, and he makes us some eye drops. Apparently the only one who can do that in all of Hyrule. Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young, you can do it. Cool, we get the eye drops. You traded the eyeball frog for the world's finest eye drops. It's actually the world's finest eye drops. Okay, it makes sense then that he makes them. Like, hurry before they go bad and take them to Biggoron before they go bad. Okay, the thing is, there's another trick we could do now. I did show that the timer will go down to 1 second once you warp with like a timed trade sequence item. There is a small thing you can do here. You can equip a tunic that is not the Goron tunic and warp to Death Mountain Crater. What happens then? Of course, because you're not wearing the Goron tunic, the Link dice timer starts. And what it actually does, it does override the timer for the item to expire. And what that means is, you can move around in Death Mountain Crater for as long as you want, or at least until Link dies. And then once you leave Death Mountain Crater, you get the 1 second timer that remains for the trade sequence item. And it is actually possible to abuse that. You can warp to Death Mountain Crater without a Goron tunic. The Link death timer starts, move to where you exit Death Mountain Crater in Biggoron's direction, and you actually have enough time to talk to Biggoron and show him the item. Like, you can all do that in that 1 second you have. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, if I fail that, I have to start all over. But it's theoretically possible to cheese this. But yeah, we get 4 minutes. Let's better hurry. I like this last one. I think this last one is pretty good. All the way from Lake Hylia to Death Mountain. It's a good one, if you ask me. Oh yeah, Epona, yeah. Oh yeah, that's really what I need right now. Once again, Epona did think that was something that was like an actual ledge. But it actually wasn't. Of course, if you use super slides and stuff, then this also becomes kind of trivial. But this last timer here is actually kind of not too generous. So we should actually hurry. Almost 1 minute over, almost at Kakariko, I would say. Actually, not almost, still a fair way off, but we're getting there. We can already see the mountain in the background. And let's go over here. Get down. The Poe will want to attack us, but we don't care about that. Can set up here to save some time. Of course, rolling is also something you should implement here, and then some backwalking, like using all the movement takes in the game. It is of course also pretty good to have some beans planted here, especially the one that is here near Dodongo's Cavern, because that's a shortcut. At least from what I remember. I think it is it not? Maybe it isn't. Of course, you should also be careful not to get hit by the boulders here. The boulders do take away some time. Okay, let's see what this takes me. does at least take me up here. I think that's good. I could have I could have used that more, but okay. Actually goes all the way up there. Okay, would have been way faster. Okay, still, it should be doable without the beam. Just be quick about it. Still over a minute to spare. That should be more than enough. The last climb, the final climb there can be a little bit tricky. Because you need to look out for these skull voltulars. But other than that, not anything that should be particularly hard here. While we want to shoot these sculptures. If we can. Okay, 1, 2. There's another one, the fourth one, but we don't care about that one. The Tektite can also be annoying. Let's hope it does not hit at us. Shouldn't be the case. Maybe. Okay, thank you. Careful to not get caught by that sculpture. Listen closely. Never mind, I already defeated. Okay. Okay, we still have like almost a minute to spare. Okay. We can finally relieve him of his pain. Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm going to use them right now. You can hear it all across Death Mountain. Nice. Wow. And this is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. And you get basically the last item in the trade sequence. We get the Biggoron sword. ... You got a claim check for it. You can't wait for the sword to be completed. Okay, now we actually need to wait some days. Luckily, if we have a song that can speed forward time. So we need to play Song of Time 6 times now. Song of Time, Song of Sun Song. We are back to Son of Sun again. I think that might also already count as one day. I think it actually has to be that, like, you hear the cuckoo 3 times or so. It doesn't appear as if he works on the blade, but he actually does. And the blade then is, of course, the ultimate reward for all of this. That we get one unbreakable Biggoron sword, not a giant's knife from his smaller brother Biggoron. Okay, second one and 2 more times. And we should have it. I want to see, maybe it's already finished by now. What do you say? Not yet. Hey you are impatient. Okay, one more time then. Okay, but now it should be enough, right? Like any second. Okay, are you finished now? I made... Now he stretches other, okay. I made this trade for claim... Okay, here, that sword is my finest work. Cool, we get the Biggoron sword. You handed in the claim shake and got the Biggoron sword. This blade was forged by a master smith and won't break. Nice. And that's our ultimate reward for this. We hardly have any applications for it, but yeah, it's a 2-handed sword like the giant's knife. And it does not break. Look at this. We also get a special pose here for charging our blade. That's always something I liked. Nice. I really like that they made some unique animations for the twin-handed sword here. That's pretty good. Cool, nice. Yeah, this sword is twice as strong as the master sword. which makes it a very powerful weapon, absolutely wrecks bosses and stuff. Especially if you use jump slash and power crouch steps, that just a boss killer like no other. Unless you use infinite sword glitch, of course, but yeah, nice. Hardly worth the effort for us right now, but of course counts for 100% completion. I like how he still draws the Master Sword and how it fits into the same scabbard, even though it's like twice as long or so. In Ocarina of Time 3D, that's always something I liked. They actually gave this sword a different scabbard, and like it actually appears on Link's model, which is not just like the Master Sword. But I think it also uses like kind of the same handle. Yeah, kind of. The hilt is different, but like the handle is the same. Cool, nice. Yeah, that means we need to return to the Temple of Time now, and there we will initiate the final sequence of events in this game, which will take us to Gendorf, and yeah, ultimately we will either win this game or we will lose. Who knows what is the timeline we will create here. Probably the one where we win, but I need to keep some tension here, right? In any case, next time we return to Temple of Time, then we see what's going on there. We will complete the remaining stuff as Child, not as Child, as... Actually, there are two things I want to show as Child. Yeah, we will finish the remaining things here left in the game and, yeah, conclude the game. So looking forward to that. Also, I still need to look how I will cut all of this. Might be weird right now, might be like an end of the episode within an episode, but that's something future Max can worry about. I certainly don't care. My adult self 7 years in the future can care about that, right? Yes. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Until then, take care and goodbye.